Ryo and Akira, an odd couple if there ever was one, became pals when Ryo rescued a lonely kid on a cliff. But over the years, their paths diverged faster than a squirrel avoiding a nutty neighbor. Fast forward a decade, Ryo's cruising in his car, declaring his need for Akira. Meanwhile, Akira's in a relay race where Miki Makamura takes the gold, followed by Miki Kuroda aka Miko. Then, a news flash about an athlete's demise has Akira bawling, pointing at the phone and muttering, "Guys crying." Oh, the irony. Miki gets a call from Koji Nagasaki, who seems to be scouting both restaurants and hotel rooms. Akira, our knight in a tracksuit, steps in, cracking jokes and dodging flying planks. Suddenly, Ryo's flashy sports car screeches in, and he beckons Akira with a simple, "Let's go." To quiet the bullies, Ryo casually reveals a machine gun from under his coat. Akira rushes to him, and they share a twirling, gun-toting hug. Friendship goals, right? Miki, still concerned, chases after them, yelling, "Don't go out with a guy like that." In the car, Ryo justifies his need for a machine gun. He doesn't even have a Japanese driving license, only an American one. Ryo shares his Amazon adventure where he acted as an interpreter for devilish natives. In a bizarre twist, he recounts a professor who turned into a gas-drinking, self-immolating demon. Back in the car, Ryo drops a bombshell. Devils have been on Earth longer than humans. They reach a decrepit church, and Ryo apologizes to Akira for dragging him into this mess. They enter a Sabbath party to find demon evidence. Chaos ensues, demons merge with humans, and Ryo whispers Amen to possess Akira. Demons start massacring humans, and Ryo, pinned by a bird demon, sprays bullets around. But then, a huge caterpillar demon approaches, and Akira rushes to help but gets possessed by a demon himself. He transforms into Devilman, obliterating the demons. Ryo watches, thinking he's just created the world's most powerful and ruthless dude. Akira's high school transformation turns him into a sensation. He casually rips a stubborn door off its hinges, leaving the ladies swooning. Who needs a key when you've got Devilman's strength? He must have thought. In the school cafeteria, Akira goes all out, devouring food like he's at an all-you-can-eat buffet. At the docks, Wamu and his gang want to know where Ryo is. Akira's not in the mood for 20 questions, so he decides to test his strength, sending them for a swim. "Hey guys, meet my new party trick." Back home, Taro discovers Akira's rather unusual online browsing history while dealing with a delivery. "Akira, what have you been Googling?" he probably wondered. Akira gets a fancy motorbike as a gift from Ryo, and he's all about reliving the night he saved him. In Ryo's penthouse, they talk about being a Devilman, which sounds like a superhero name, but with a demon twist. Akira's like, "Hey, promise me you'll take me out if I go all demon okay?" Ryo agrees, and they bond over dinner, while Akira can't help but admire Jenny's attributes. Nagasaki plans to investigate an abandoned junkyard, determined to capture photos of young people for his magazine. His editor probably raised an eyebrow at this genius idea. In the dark, some guy shoots at people, but it's like shooting rubber bullets at superheroes. Demons with uncontrollable urges show up, and you can bet things are about to get messy. During dinner at the Makamura house, they discuss Akira's monstrous appetite. Taro cracks a joke, and Miki plays the role of the responsible big sister. Akira, despite his demon changes, keeps his sensitive side intact, shedding a tear. Miko gets a video call from Nagasaki, but Akira steps in, giving him a piece of his mind. "Leave my friend alone, you creep." Miko has her private moment, but Recap-Kun eavesdrops, while Taro discovers a whole world of Devilman online, complete with a catchy theme song. Gotta love that demon jingle. Miko spots Akira and Ryo riding a motorbike together. Ryo reveals demon crimes, and they decide to play detective. Onward, my demon-fighting steed. Nagasaki films demons transforming and attacking a man in an abandoned junkyard. Ryo and Akira swoop in with night vision, but it's too late. Akira goes full Devilman while Ryo plays cameraman. Nagasaki realizes he's in way over his head. Wamu's gang continues their lively rap across the cityscape, while Nagasaki has a good laugh over capturing Akira's transformation into Devilman on film, realizing his true identity. Akira discusses the potential internet leak of his transformation with Ryo, fearing the consequences. Ryo reassures him and promises to protect him, hugging him tightly. The next day, Akira visits a convenience store, relishing the reactions of people as he playfully invades their personal space. Nagasaki gleefully shares the footage with his editor, who mistakes it for a TV show. He's more interested in a bikini shot of Miki Makimura. Akira heads to Ryo's penthouse and does some grocery shopping for him. They share a meal, and Ryo reveals that he's been monitoring online news to ensure Akira's secret isn't exposed. Ryo also explains his unconventional source of income. Later, Miko goes for a run, and Recap-Kun approaches her, showing interest in Miki. Miko returns home after receiving persistent calls. Ryo and Akira visit Nagasaki's house to investigate the footage leak. Ryo uses his computer skills to uncover the identity of the person who filmed Akira. Akira jokingly questions Ryo's methods. Silene receives a call but is left unsatisfied, leading her to transform into a bird-like demon in her lustful state. Miki, possessed by a demon, lures Akira into a compromising situation. As the demon attempts to attack him, Ryo intervenes with a sniper rifle, saving Akira. Ryo questions Nagasaki about the footage and kills him to protect Akira's secret. Akira confronts Ryo about the killings and cries in frustration. The next morning, Miki enjoys breakfast with Akira and his family. They joke about bonito flakes coming to life, and Akira teases Taro as his father once did. Makimura questions Miki about her bath incident, but believes her GPS data. Akira mentions that Ryo will pick him up at 9. Akira tries on new running shoes gifted by his parents. They discuss her almost drowning, and Akira manipulates the GPS data to protect his secret. Akira recalls his parents, with his father teaching him to tie his shoes. Ryo and Akira listen to Akira's mother's voicemail at the airport. Police investigate an exploded house, and Kaim and Silene plan to find the man from the footage. Miko waters plants and talks with Recap-Kun, who mentions strange noises from a nearby apartment. Miko is embarrassed when she realizes Recap-Kun heard her pleasuring herself, and Recap-Kun expresses his feelings through a heartfelt rap. Akira's mother disembarks from a plane, but someone falls from the wheel, leading to a gruesome encounter with her husband, who has transformed into a demon. He murders everyone on a bus and redirects it to a warehouse. Miki reads her messages to Nagasaki while her mother enters her room, worried about her behavior. Miko spends time with Recap-Kun, and they share their feelings for each other. Ryo and Akira wait for Akira's mother at the airport, reflecting on their experiences with parents. They hear a crash and rush to rescue her. Inside the maintenance shop, they find Kaori's face assimilated into a dark mass. Akira's father Ryujiro has transformed into a demon named Jinman, but his human consciousness is still present. Ryo tries to capture the demon on camera, and Akira pleads with his father. Despite some progress, the demon ultimately silences Ryujiro's human consciousness. Ryo warns Akira of the approaching demon. The demon, Jinman, taunts them, and Akira, crying, approaches. Despite his emotions, he punches through the demon's head, killing it and closing his mother's eyes. Ryo captures a photo of Akira with his parents. Recap-Kun and Miko attend a Black Sabbath party where a party guest transforms into a demon. Ryo captures footage of Devilman taking down demons, but when he returns home, he has a rather awkward encounter with Miki. She points out that Akira has changed since Ryo's arrival, and Akira's lustful thoughts about Miki in her nightwear are promptly interrupted by Tako's arrival. Awkward. Meanwhile, Kaim is busy spying on Akira and indulging in some rather unconventional listening habits involving Siren. Akira, on the other hand, is dealing with his own demonic urges, having some steamy dreams and a rather messy awakening. Yikes! Taro watches the news about murdered police officers while Miki gets ready for a relay race. Taro's comments about Miki's bouncing probably didn't win him any points. Mrs. Makimura hopes Akira's mom will visit, but Akira knows better. Miko undergoes a transformation after a Black Sabbath party and shows off her incredible speed at a track and field event. She's determined to outshine Mickey. Meanwhile, Mickey visits a burnt-out photo studio trying to piece together what happened. In a meeting of demons, they're on the hunt for the killer of their kind, suspecting someone in the room. Kaim and Silene know the truth and are keeping it close to the vest. Akira, covered in demon blood, bursts into Ryo's place in distress. Ryo tries to calm him down, and Akira confesses to acting on his demonic urges. Miko enjoys some shopping with her friends, reveling in their compliments. She's also confident she'll beat Mickey in the upcoming race. Meanwhile, Wamu and his gang are causing a ruckus, and Mickey intervenes, earning some admiration. By morning, Ryo finds the wounded Akira and tends to him. They discover the frozen form of Siren and Kaim, locked in a peculiar embrace. Moiru Koda had quite the wild night with a mystery man. Things got steamy, but Koda's mind took a detour down memory lane to a Black Sabbath party. Just your typical one-night stand, right? Meanwhile, Wamu's on a Mickey photo scrolling spree, ignoring the world around him. Miko and Akira are AWOL, and everyone's like, where did those two disappear to? Maybe they joined Koda's wild party. At Ryo's penthouse, they're watching a show called Professor Ryo's Science Lab. Because nothing says science like hanging out at the penthouse, right? They talk about Koda, who Ryo thinks is a demon. Ryo's got big plans to expose Koda at a track meet, but Akira's having deja vu, thinking, wait a minute, Koda's kinda like me. Then, bam, headache, and he turns into Devilman. Ryo's secret plan revealed. He drugged Akira to trigger the transformation and expose Koda. Back to human mode, Akira's all, what just happened, but decides to join Mickey at practice. Something's off, but he's keeping it hush-hush for now. Race day arrives, Koda's the star, and Akira's got a secret water bottle. They have an emotional chat that has everyone side-eyeing them. Names are on the line. High stakes indeed. Race starts, Koda's in the lead, but inner turmoil hits, and he goes full demon mode. Akira's like, dude, chill, but Ryo's broadcasting the chaos. Akira's trying to be the peacekeeper, but Koda's on a rampage. As Wamu and his gang stood around the burning silo, trying to rap about the chaos unfolding, people were taking extreme measures to deal with demons, armed vigilantes defending school buses, kids like Taro getting their own personal bodyguards, and street patrols armed with golf clubs. And then there was Ryo, the demon expert, preaching from the rooftop on a building's TV screen. He was up there like a discount superhero, warning folks that demons were tougher than your grandma's meatloaf. But don't worry, he reassured them humans had won the survival race against physically superior foes before. Meanwhile, poor Akira was on his motorbike, cruising through the madness and wondering why the demons decided now was the perfect time to ruin everyone's day. He glanced up at the TV screen, and there was Ryo looking all high and mighty. Akira probably thought, of course, the demons show up when I'm on my bike, and not when I'm stuck in traffic. Just my luck. As if things couldn't get weirder, tanks were rolling out in response to the demon threat. Back in Japan, Mickey's dad, Noel, was on a mission to find his missing wife and son. He stumbled upon a bunch of paranoid people and a police force that looked like they were auditioning for a zombie movie. Kid was gnawing on his mom like she was a snack from the fridge. As if things couldn't get any crazier, Akira tried to save the day by burying the poor family on a hill outside the city. But before he could even say, "Rest in peace," he got ambushed by a demon general named Zenin. It's like every time Akira tries to do something nice, he gets a supernatural spanner thrown in the works. Typical demon problems. But wait, there's more drama. Psycho Jenny swoops in to save Akira. Meanwhile, Miko's trying to console Akira as they break the bad news to Mickey. It's all so heartwarming, well, as heartwarming as a story about demons can get. And just when you thought things couldn't get messier, Ryo decides it's time for a worldwide broadcast. He starts spewing some nonsense about how demons are born from people who hate society and anyone slightly different could be a demon. I mean, come on, Ryo, don't we have enough drama without you making stuff up? And then he shows fake footage of Akira turning into a Devilman. Betrayal, thy name is Ryo. Akira's probably thinking, well, it looked like Akira had hit rock bottom thanks to Ryo's little TV broadcast stunt. I mean, talk about a bad day. First, you're outed as a Devilman on live television, and now you're the target of every pitchfork-wielding, torch-carrying mob in town. But then, surprise, surprise, Wamu and his gang of tough guys point their guns at Akira, ready to make him the main course in their demon-hunting buffet. But hold on a minute, they have a change of heart and kindly ask Akira to hit the road. Miko, in her Devilman form, decides to be the hero we all need and sacrifices herself to hold off the crazy mob. But Mickey, trying to escape on foot, ends up having a really bad day. She gets caught, slashed in the back, and then lacerated. And just like that, we have another off-screen tragedy. Life in this world is tough, folks. As if things couldn't get any worse, Akira, who's been on his own adventure, stumbles upon a mob trying to stone innocent people. He convinces them to stop, but then Koda and his demon buddies show up to crash the party. It's like trying to negotiate with a bunch of unruly kids, only these kids have a taste for blood. And then Akira returns to the Makimura residence only to find the mob parading around, and his friends' dismembered bodies decorating the place. Mickey's head on a pike is just the icing on this gruesome cake. Akira goes through an emotional roller coaster from shock to tears and finally denounces the crazy mob. He proclaims they were the real demons, and what does he do? He gives them a fiery send-off because apparently incinerating an entire mob is the new way to deal with unruly neighbors. Well, it's not every day you see a guy carrying his friend's head to a dramatic showdown on some seaside cliffs. Akira was really taking the whole head over heels thing to a whole new level. Hey Ryo, fancy meeting you here. By the way, I've got Mickey's head. You know, just in case you were wondering. And then Ryo drops the bomb that he's not even human and transforms into Satan. Talk about a midlife crisis. I used to be an angel, but now I'm the devil. It's been a wild ride, buddy. I guess he went from heaven's golden gates to earth's rocky shores. Quite the career change. Satan's origin story is a real whirlwind tour. He gets adopted by a demon, disguises himself as a secretary, and hangs out with Akira for a while. It's like a supernatural soap opera. Previously on Satan and Friends. But here's the kicker: Satan's grand plan was to let Ammon merge with Akira so they could live in a world without humans. That's one way to redecorate the planet. Sorry guys, no more humans allowed in this new world. It's Devilman exclusive. Akira's response is classic, I'm not gonna fight you, buddy. We're breaking up. It's like a superhero breakup scene. It's not you, it's me. And also the whole destroying humanity thing. So, Akira rallies all the Devilmen in the world to form an army. It's like the ultimate superhero team-up, but with more claws and wings. They're ready to take on Satan and the demons once and for all. Superhero battle royale anyone. But hold on, humanity decides to join the party with a nuclear war. It's like trying to stop a food fight with a grenade. And then Psycho Jenny shows up and causes even more chaos. Talk about adding fuel to the fire, literally. In the end, it's Akira vs. Satan in a showdown that cuts the moon in half. I guess they decided the moon was too big and needed a trim. Let's make it a crescent, shall we? As they lay there on the cliff, contemplating life and love, Ryo realizes that he's talking to a corpse. Oops, too late to say, my bad. And then he starts crying. I guess even Satan has a sensitive side. Who would have thought? And just when you thought things couldn't get crazier, God's angels show up to rain on Satan's parade. Talk about a celestial party crasher. You guys just can't let us have our moment, can you? In the post-credits scene, Earth becomes a second moon and life is starting to come back. It's like nature's way of saying, well, that was a wild ride, but we're giving humanity another chance with some extra supervision this time. It's like Earth's version of a reboot. New year, new world,